All right. All right, you guys can see my screen?
For this, yeah. So for this one, we're starting with like spam comp on defense, and then on attack we do dive. So for the spam comp, we're pretty well at this point in time. We were new to it, so we'll take
Mm-hmm.
whatever we can get. And then the dive was really clean. We were happy with that one. Honestly,
Okay.
Reich kind of carried us here, so.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Any zoomers?
I'm interested to see how with the new meta maybe coming up and stuff, because I was playing a little rank today and
Yeah.
people are talking about maybe double shield again or something, or BAP's really good. So
Well, we
It's
just
been,
played against double shield.
oh really?
Yeah. And
There's been
it's
like
even in
two meta
plat now.
projected. Like, have you been watching the British Hurricanes and Contenders?
Yeah, I watched that
Yeah.
last night a bit.
Yeah, they came up with a comp that's Diva Ball, Soldier Tracer, and then Zen Brig, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of teams are adopting that composition because it's like suffocating space and resources out of the team until eventually you just collapse on them
Well,
with like
or they
time
swap the
ability.
soldier out for an echo.
Right, and if the enemy team goes double shield, then you swap Soldier for Echo, and that's same thing, just more shield break.
Yeah,
So it seems
that
like
makes sense.
that's kind of where the comp is going, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't want to have to learn ball.
Yeah, dude, I was playing some today and it's a little rusty to say the least, and it's like, oh god. There's never been really a true 100% ball meta, but I mean, it's a possibility.
yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want it to happen. I don't need to see Yeatle terrorizing the Overwatch clip feed.
He's already
When doesn't
he's
he?
already high enough, right? Ball does not need to be meta. The man will hit 5K
True.
SR.
Very true.
But yeah, I think like this defense went pretty well, but honestly, like first point we got carried, and then second point I think we just had really good ult use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what usually second point boils down to, is just making sure you rotate ults. I mean, it's the game in general, but it's a little bit easier to do on second point. I feel like first point, it's like kind of a struggle because one person dies. It's like, ooh,
right.
you know. Let's see. So you guys are playing. So I'm gonna take it. The Widow. Where's the Widow? Where is your Widow? Oh, he's over here. Okay, that's an interesting spot. Usually I see Widows normally, I would say, when they start, usually play on top of here, but
He starts with an opening pick too, which is amazing.
that's good. Okay, let's see. And Zen, Ana. Where's your Ana? It's probably. Oh, he's going with the high ground. Figured your Zen's with you. That's interesting. It's not too bad, I guess. I don't mind that. Yes, let's get on to you guys here. Let's play this.
Time to watch us feed.
It's a good pick. Picks the Widow. It's definitely kind of weird in terms of like, oh, Jesus Christ, in terms of like what. So anytime you see ball, I would say always be on the lookout that he's gonna, that if it's a decentish ball, like I don't know this grapple too well. Is it? It's right there. Okay, I need to keep that in mind. It's fucking put that in the memory bank. Just be careful of like being around in this area when they have a ball, because like he can do this like little thing, and like if you get caught out with that, then you're
That's
really
what he's
screwed because you're
going
gonna be able to
for,
whip there.
And luckily,
Yeah, I don't think he gets it, but oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, he's going ham.
he really wanted it.
Yeah.
When
I
I,
feel
hit
it's like
the hook,
Hagen.
but it broke.
Yeah. I feel like it's like a Hog and Siggy. I think like playing here is pretty much what you need to do. Like you could maybe argue like Hog can like rotate down this way. Oh, you're gonna drop down for that. Okay. But I guess like yeah, just like Sig probably just controls right here, and then the Hog, you know, you'd probably come over here just in case you need to deal with anybody going there. Like be careful of, like a ball going on like an Ana on your back, or like, you know, if they're coming up this way.
Right.
Man, I feel like if I was the enemy team, I would just run like Ryan Zard into you, because you guys with like Lucio and like Ana or something, or Moria. But hey, that's just me. I think that'd be kind of funny to go against this, but
yeah, and then I just decided to camp the off angle.
Oh, mistook. All good.
Sedge.
I mean, it's really going on here, I guess.
Yeah, it's a weird composition, and that's why it's so hard.
Yeah.
Kind of to
I'd probably
critique myself, because
yeah.
At the end of the day,
I would drop shield a little sooner, but right now. But go on.
Yeah, it's like if our Widow carries, then our Widow carries. You don't have to do anything, but
yeah, there's only so much you can do when like they get. Okay, now they're going Lucio to get on you guys. Okay, I like what the enemy team is doing here. That's pretty smart to get on. We're just doing stuff.
Yep.
Missed rock. Alright, good hook. Gets bubbled. Reload. I'll say good, not overextending there.
I know my feed drive, it was itching.
Yeah.
And then I do overextend. Did I do overextend?
Yeah. I think that's a little bit of an overextension right there. Because you gotta waste a lot of cooldowns to keep you up, and you just feed a poop ton of ult, so. Oh, interesting nano. Oh, you made Tayton miss your ult.
Synergy.
Perfectly calculated.
Oh, could have aped there, but could be a little quicker on that, but watching out for somebody's gonna be close there. I think in terms of that, I think going up to the Winston, I think you could just play a little safer on that. Like, unless you guys want to go for that nano play and just go hard on it, I think that's fine. I think you guys just blew a little much on the ults there.
Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna hurt you coming up
there.
here. Yeah, you always want to make sure you're trying to call like alt usage and stuff like that. Like even if like you're like I would say usually around like 80% is pretty good. Like even 70 if you want to get like if you know you might be able to get like 80, 90 is definitely when you want to start calling like, hey, I have my ult soon. Like we can look for this or that. Like a play there you can do, like wait for me to try to hook somebody and then just nano me. And then if you need to, you nano whole hog, you can whole hog somebody and then like Tayton, you can look for your ult after like they use Zarya bubble, something like that.
Yeah.
Just always be talking about alts.
Now I
All right.
lead.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as I started coming over, I was like, you should know they have a Reaper. So if I see a Reaper as a tank player, I should be trying to, keep my distance as best as I can because I don't want the Reaper in my face. And you kind of just watch yourself up there. Probably should have shifted there. You're gonna eat obviously like Zarya and Monkey damage, but you're not gonna eat Reaper damage. It's gonna annihilate you in like 1 second. So I think in that case, don't throw the rock, just back up. But pretty much what you messed up there with. Oh my gosh, that looks really funny. You just like pushed too aggressive. I think you just kind of you didn't realize what they were playing, and you're like, oh, I'll just go this way, and it's like, oh, it was too late.
Yeah, I knew Clones would be back soon. I thought he was past like that doorway, so I thought.
Yeah,
I just overextended.
Yeah, you just gotta remember when they have speed, they can go fast on you. You don't have speed, right? So you kind of have to play on the back foot of letting them kind of come in. Like the proper spot I would like to see you at would be like maybe like right here or something, like playing on the high ground a little bit, kind of waiting for them to come in, or you can even play the bridge. Actually, to be honest, I think like right here is good. You can play this little pillar kind of corner hop, or like play like right here, or just corner peek, kind of corner juggle, and just kind of shoot them as they're coming in. And then as they like kind of approach like right about here or so, and like you can kind of see the outlines, that's when you kind of like start backing up or get really close to like right about here, and then just drop down and not waste too much shield. Probably like they'll drop to like half or so and then like fall down. Like it's good to give them. It's okay to give them the ground because then they have to come in further especially if they use speed boost or something, and then you're just coming back. So and then you die. You guys are close to EMP. Wait, that was really weird. You get hacked.
I get bullied.
Ooh, kind of a late trans, I would say there, and you guys have an EMP too.
I was calling for trance earlier because we could have won that, but he didn't respond fast enough, and I said trance point, and he just didn't listen.
Yeah,
that goes in hand with what I was talking about earlier about being more talkative with your ult and being like, hey, we need to use this or that to do that, or like, hey, you're losing the fight. Hey, don't use any more ults. Save them for next point. I mean, they're coming up here with EMP, Grav, and Moira ult. Like that fight you had, I think only like Zen and EMP you built up to, and maybe could have built a nano.
Yeah.
I mean, they did waste beat to get in there, and they're gonna have primal soon. So just like those small things, just like you can look like, hey, they use Zarya bubbles immediately. Like you got to make these plans. This is like what somebody needs to be doing. It seems like it's just somebody's got to make some plans. Like, hey, they use Zarya bubbles. We can push in. They don't have Grav yet, or maybe they do have Grav. Like, look for a Discord and just try to focus that target down as best we can. If they grab, boom, we trance. If they don't, we can go hard with it. Like, there's definitely plays you can go for, like, the aggressive trans and be like, hey, I want to get in there and do this. Or, I mean, your Sombra can pop out of the fake, like, an EMP, and then, they might... Oh, I guess that's the wrong way. Thinking they have trans, so maybe you can do that. But just, like, those small things, like, you got to start making those play calls and stuff. It's really going to... if you can expand your knowledge to that and apply that to your gameplay, you're going to help your team a lot. depending on who wants to take it up, like, for me, my point of view, I did a lot as a main tank is like just watching the game, kind of learning about it, watching alts, like what you should want to do. Like you got to make those calls and you got to be confident about it. So just, I would suggest like try doing that, just try to be a little bit more vocal about it. Try to address that. Wait, what the heck is on my desk?
Roger.
Good to hear. It's going to be a little weird at first, but just trust me. Oh, that's so weird. What the heck? All right, so what do we got here? A good little spot. I would say for the most part, Tayton, you don't need to have your shield out too much. Like right here, I mean, it's good for like stopping some poke damage, but like, I guess like stopping summer hack and stuff too. But you can just instantly pop it out. So I'd say it's better to like have that full shield when like, they actually come in because their team's gonna look to dive in on you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like eating a little bit of poke isn't gonna hurt you. Ooh, you got fucked up on. Let's watch it again. Let's see. So you let him poke. Same thing again. Like you don't need to go like too close into them. I mean, you do get booped by the monkey. I think you just need to. Same thing as before. Just play a little safer when you see comps like this.
Okay.
You don't need to be so aggressive. Like if you would just played like a little bit farther back and then just shielded him, I think you would have been okay. And then like if you know they have EMP, maybe you can kind of like instead of like doing that, you kind of just play like right here and then you play the corner of the EMP and then you pop out and you have like a shield ready for your team. Yeah, small little things like that can help out.
The Lucio was called low, so I was seeing if I could finish him and have like that pick, but I mean, got punished really hard there.
On that case, then you could just, if you think he's low and he might be like around the corner or something, you can just look for shots over here if you move this way.
On the way over, I went for the bounce, but it didn't reach, so I was just like...
Yeah. Well, I think too, like, you should realize too that like if you push into there, that's not good because you're gonna be away from your team. Because if you go too far around this corner, right, you're gonna LOS your team, and they can't really help you if like something happens, you get hacked, whatnot. And like just if somebody calls it slow, it's all right. But like Sigma, like you really can't do much. You can do like the bounce around the corner, like maybe you can push up and be aggressive. But I just just in case, it's better to be a little safer sometimes.
Okay.
Because then what happens? You go for it, and then you get booped in, and then you get impeded, and you're toast.
Yeah.
Oh, geez Louise. You guys just let them walk in and use ults on you.
Yes.
Yeah, now I remember we got rolled on second. But our attack was so good that we had a better time bank, and I think that's why we won.
Yeah, for that was just failed ult usage there. Like you probably could have gotten nano that fight. You had EMP, you just had to take a decisive fight in EMP. Like I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let's see.
We had sites too.
So let's see, like right here. So like right
there, to be honest.
Yeah, so like their team kind of like separated, and like you guys could have maybe like fucked somebody up over there. Let's see if you miss a hook over here. I went for the early hook.
I don't know.
And there was a Sombra behind you. And your team saves you. Oh, does he EMP or tries to EMP?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that was bad, yeah. But yeah, they were kind of separated, so maybe you could have done something about that, pushed in or whatnot, and just like play back a little bit. Gotta be really careful when a team has EMP like that. How many people did on your team get EMP? Let's look at that. Because you always want to be careful. Like your Zen, like this positioning on your Zen right now is oof. I think your Zen should be playing like back here or something with like your Ana. Actually,
yeah,
I don't mind the Ana's placement. I guess Ana's placement's okay.
Yeah, we don't play with the Zen anymore.
Oh really?
He didn't communicate with us. We were just like, hey, we want to have you for scrims again, and he just didn't say anything. And you were like, all right, cool, we'll pick up a different guy.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, a lot of you got EMP there.
Is everyone?
Yeah, that's a girthy one.
Yeah, like you can't be letting that happen most of the time. If you get like pushed into a corner or something like that makes sense. But like if you know you have EMP, like people need to be spaced out. Like you can bait people, like right, you can have like maybe Tayton or you can have Red Clone up there, or maybe like somebody else. Like kind of like 2 people, maybe like 3 max. But like there always needs to be like a backup plan, like a plan that needs to happen when EMP's like gonna come towards you. Like and you know it's there. Like right, they have EMP grav, like all right, well you're gonna have to train something. And when you trans something needs to die, hopefully before the grab goes off, or kill the Zarya, focus the Zarya, something like that. So that just comes back down to planning yet again.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, like
right, so yeah, you guys
composition, it's one of those things where it's hard to know the strengths and weaknesses when it's like your first week playing it. So.
Oh yeah, of course. It takes all time. All right. Here we go. What are they playing? They're playing Rhine Zarya with Sombra, Lucio. Like they want to brawl, but they don't in a way. Like I would say they need to look for a hack or something on you guys and push in. But all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a big ante. All right, you went
That's our
flying.
set play.
Yeah, let's see that. I want to see how that goes. That's a set play here. Let's see if I can. Who goes where?
Do you see Diana?
Yeah, I see the on. Did you throw a nade somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, he threw the nade. Okay.
The straight fucking Kobe.
Yeah, that's a good nade. Because if they're playing up there and you like hit that, that's really fucking good. So shout out to Rain on that one. Yeah, because boom. Where's your Reaper? All right, your Reaper's kind of taking the long way up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you like was just TP'd up there with you guys when you
Yeah.
all like plow in. I think that would have been a pretty good play from him. But yeah, let's continue this on.
But yeah, we just melt the fucking Rhine because the Zarya misses bubble on him. So
yeah, that's really bad on his part. But
yeah,
you guys are getting healed up. You guys get the junk. You jump, eat some of the Matrodom. Tate picks it up. Good man. So that's pretty good. All right, Reaper goes up there, and then you guys just kind of like slowly just work your way to point. Yep, that's good. Nice.
refocus down the
Alright, very
Genji
clean.
and the Moira, then
Yeah. All right, good little set dive there. I like that. Nothing really much to complain about there, except for your Reaper, I guess. Wasn't
yeah,
that,
we'll just work
because
on
like if he like
coordinating that.
if I guess like I guess if I'm the Rhine, in theory, like if depending on where he TPs, I could charge and kill him, but he could wraith fast enough. But all right, anyway, I mean, if you put a bubble down and stuff like that, and you have a little DM, like your Reaper pretty much just gets up there for free, unless they have like a boop to keep him away. But Reaper's kind of getting fucked up though. All right, pop Velk, push in, grab space, good. Lucio's low, nice.
First on Lucio, I call for Reaper.
Focus on the more. Yep, good choice. Always want to make sure you get Reaper Wraith out of there. Good ult. Targus focus a little everywhere right now. We did get the more. Nice. You got the Zarya. Oh, you got blasted on by Reaper. Really got to make sure when you're in a fight like that, really got to call for Reaper to make sure. Like when he uses Wraith, like you don't want him getting another one. Just because like Reaper will
target was split when he was primaling because like I was calling the Zarya and he was calling the Reaper. Both of us. Both of them are like the ones that would kill us.
Let me just go back a little. Shoot. Anyway, it does that. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, he calls the Zarya, and that's when I get off the Reaper because I was just like, I can't primal this man into a corner.
So you guys got that. You guys lose your Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that Reaper right there, right? So he gets Wraith down. You chasing the Moira. Monkey's one. You're still chasing Moira, which is fine. You kill him. Monkey's one. You're still chasing Zarya. Did you have the bomb there?
I guess not.
I don't.
I
was
guess
gonna say. Oh shit! I didn't mean to back up. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think at that point, I think you just Matrix. All right. Could have maybe looked over it. Could have maybe, in my opinion, just like screened like just 180 kind of over to Clone just to like check on him to see if he's like getting wrecked by Reaper and just give him like a DM for a second, then go back to the Zarya or something. Because DM Matrix is pretty fast right now. Yeah, you have full DM Matrix. Yeah, you. How much HP do you have?
I had just gotten naded, I think.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think you were fine. I don't think you have to bomb. I think you already have so much going on in point. I mean, you're about the nano blade stuff like that. I think you just keep mech and you save DM. Like you have full DM like ready, and I think you really need to make sure you use that to like its full extent. Like DM is like a savior of lives. And then Clone dies because like if you wouldn't have bombed like that and just like looked at him, like you should always be kind of paying attention to when you're playing D.Va, right? You always want to make sure you're keeping an eye on everybody. So if they need DM, boom, you're right there. You need DM, boom, you're right there. And like you could have saved clones there, like because it's 2 CP, right? You always don't want to have as many people on the point and try to keep as many people alive. He did get res though, so that's good. All right, nice. He has his focus. Lucio now just
daggers.
Oh, he died with beat. Nice.
Yes, I was very proud of that.
Yeah, landed right on him to give him the bob. He wasn't ready. All right, sadly, I have no more of this though.
No, because we ended the game after that.
Yeah.
Really? What?
Yeah, I don't know why, but like for scrims, everyone wants the game over after stuff like that. They don't play it out. It's very odd.
Yeah, I know occasionally we would do that, but like it's not really good practice to like get rolled and whatnot, like because like that happens in like real games and stuff. Like
Right.
teams are gonna do cheesy stuff. You're gonna be prepared for that. Like I remember scrimming Atlanta and shit, dude, and they would do like the stupidest fucking strats. Like a lot of people hated scrimming them just for the fact they would pull out some stupid shit. But I mean, it fucking worked sometimes in games. Like you weren't ready for that shit unless you scrimmed it.
Right.
So you got to be able to adapt. Is another big thing. Is like
Okay.
they come up with like a weird comp. Your brain immediately's got to be like, what can our comp do against this? What are we looking for? Like, do we have Anna? Okay, let's look for like a nade on this like weird TP thing. Like, do we need to separate them a little bit? We're gonna have to fight on point, something like that. Like, always gonna be a thinking and adapting. All right, so we got that game. It was interesting. I'll admit I don't have much experience with that comp, so it's kind of weird for me. But I mean, I guess we pointed out a couple small things, right? Just Matrix, just shot calling in general. Just like maybe like playing a little bit safer, I guess is a pretty big one because you guys went for some pretty aggressive plays sometimes.
I think one of the weird things that I'm having trouble with is that like the meta or that composition makes sense into a mirror match, but we have yet to play the mirror match of it, you know?
Yes.
Right.
So it's like we're taking this composition and just applying it to every situation we can, and if we get absolutely obliterated, we're like, okay, let's not do that there. We'll use something else there. And so it's kind of weird to like perfect this composition when we're just playing against like it feels like we're playing comp with a 6-stack, you know? It's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
the way the composition is supposed to work is like you hack the diva and then everyone just eliminates the monkey, and then you just go either diva or reaper after that, and then you're in cleanup. So
Yeah.
like it's like a fast-paced
that's
comp, but yeah,
it's definitely an interesting one.
it's kind of fun. Not gonna lie. Even though it's Sombra, but whatever.
No, Sombra's a pretty good hero. I think definitely on like TCP stuff like that. She's definitely she can definitely really win a fight for you.
Yeah.
I think in terms of defense too, that I'm thinking about right now is just like you want to make a good enough like comp that you can like hold for a while, but also like you don't want to do too many switches and reset your alt economy.
Right.
So it's like the hard part there, like which you guys I think did pretty fine with. You guys held there for a decent amount of time, and just like a couple like little flukes that messed you up, right? Just play a little safer, you're all right. Like when you do those comps, you just gotta sometimes like they don't work, but also there's times that like they can work. You just got to figure it out.
Right.
Which reminds me of like I remember we were trying to test comps one time, and it was just like we only have so much time to do this, so I was like try to test it like I remember doing like all day, like what's people's thoughts on it? Did it work out? Okay, maybe not. We go back to another comp or we try something else. So always talking with teammates can also be really good. Just kind of getting a feel what their thoughts are. Like, like, do you like this? Mind it, So, all right. We got that one. You'll see. Which one do you want to do next? Lijiang or the Junkertown?
So Lijiang was more of the 6-man brawl, the Winston Diva, Reaper Sombra. That one was a pretty good map. But Junkertown is the double sniper. So we definitely need some help with Junkertown and like the double sniper. So if we wanted to do like one, like either attack or defense, it's gonna be all the same, So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll just go down the line, then we'll do the Lijiang and then we'll do the Junkertown. Is that all right, or do you want me to just do the Junkertown?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay. So make sure I don't want to ramble too long here.
Yeah, I mean, like I hate showing you stuff if it's just like we don't have a plan and you can tell that we don't have a plan and we're just getting obliterated because we don't have a plan. Oh, Clones isn't in this match. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
That's fine. I mean,
we can watch it for Tayton in a bit, or
yeah, watch it for Tayton.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can also point out mistakes to Monkey, or better yet, I would, if you would like to, Red Clone, I would say if you want, you can also look at just his Monkey play a little bit and see what he fucked up or did right or wrong.
Yeah.
It could maybe help out a little bit. Just watching other main tanks and stuff can be really nice and just be like, okay, what did they do wrong? What's my thoughts? All right, let's see. Well, trying to poke the folk. I think focus on the Reaper a little bit, it's okay, but like since he's at such a far distance, I wouldn't really heat him too much mind. I would just keep more focus on frontline a bit.
Right. Sombra shouldn't have been able to get the
Go to
hack out,
DM.
though.
I think a smart play here, I think I talked about it a little bit, or maybe I did, in terms of like bubble versus DM, right? Man, I'm trying to think, how did it go? So in terms of like when you get like come to a place like this, like you don't want to
Dead
overlap it too much. What's that?
2 dead monkeys.
Two did my sad monkeys. So you like you don't want to overlap it too much. You want to be able to like I would say almost like use defense matrix and like push up around the corner, or like use your bubble then defense matrix. I'm trying to remember which way it is. I think you want to. I think you want to DM and then matrix.
Regen.
Right. Yeah, I think it's matrix up a little bit. I'd probably like maybe save like a quarter of it. Do that
Then
so like
bubble.
DM's out, bubble, and then like just kind of go to town on a target, and then like maybe like save DM for like when you want to focus like the Reaper, or like maybe eat a Moira orb or something. I think those are like really good. I feel like you could probably break it down even more and like say like I would say in this fight like Moira orbs are pretty important. I would say like, right,
Yeah.
like you get a big heal orb in the back line or any line. So if you can like stop that, I think it's really good. But
yeah, like a lot of this composition is making sure that your monkey doesn't die to their Reaper, and then like the reason why I was poking out the Reaper at the start is because I thought the Sombra was going to be near him, so I was just waiting for that, and then I got hacked by an off angle.
Yeah, always gotta be on the lookout for Sombra. Sombra is annoying. She will come out anywhere.
I didn't hear her on stealth. I don't know where she had.
Yeah, let's take a peek where this guy comes from.
She was
okay,
just main with him. She was like behind the Diva, I think.
Yeah, so this is like, paying attention to him.
No, the Sombra's behind
he's
you.
on the right. Yeah, he's on the right side. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see him in main at all.
That's good angle.
So he went all the way around to get that hack. Well, I'm actually surprised they didn't just fuck your day up for that hack. I mean, you guys hacked the monkey, so he can't do anything. Right. Their team, to be honest, their team played like pussies. Like hacking, getting DM, like monkey bubble bursts pretty fast versus DM, which like literally just eats everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So like their team fucked up pretty bad there.
They should have won that. Yeah.
100%. Like getting that hack on you is really important, and they got it, and then they just like, oh god, I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Which is really kind of silly.
And I think it's kind of because their Reaper was at a weird position on point, not ready to go on our monkey.
I mean, he probably could he could have just like chilled there for a second more and then just like pushed on after the DM hack. That was kind of sloppy play.
Right,
like
well,
you can definitely spin there for a while and watch it, but what?
Yeah, he shouldn't have jumped. He was like he was going for something stupid, but he just jumped when our Moira had an orb that could have saved him. The monkey did.
Oh, really? Your monkey?
Yeah. It's okay though. I can't expect perfection.
True. Alright, so you're back. So as your job as Diva, you probably know you need to spy check all times.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open, shoot guns at things. If you don't see the Sombra, usually that's when you want to spy check. If you see the Sombra main, like, right?
So gets hacked, he's sad.
It's not bad. I don't know, I feel like you probably didn't have to waste fly there. I feel like that's kind of like a wasted cooldown when you flew at the bridge there. Like I think you just like walk up with just your guns or whatever and just kind of like jiggle peek the corner. I think would be fine, just in case like something happens and like you need to get out. Like you might not have it.
Okay.
All right. So next fight, let's see. What do we got coming up here? They have EMP. They have Coalescence.
Almost
so right now, I want to know what would you guys do in this situation with ult?
Our plan is and it gets called like right about now is that we're gonna EMP Death Blossom and White.
Okay.
But they actually beat us to the EMP. So.
Well, also it looks like Gorba's not hiding.
Who?
He will be.
This guy?
Lucio. Sorry, Gorba.
Gorba. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so the plan is EMP Death Blossom and White, and our Sombra's just a bit behind.
Yeah, they're gonna.
On a 5-man EMP.
Yeah, 5-man EMP happens. Beat does save you guys.
Right, and then
Except for the
boy.
monkey.
stabilize and do the
Big EMP. Nice. So Reaper. Very good. Nice job. I think your monkey almost died there. I would say, Tayden, just keep your eyes peeled a little bit more. It seems like you should be helping your monkey just a tad bit more with DM, and you're just not getting it. So just keep your eyes open a bit more for that.
Okay.
Just to make sure he doesn't have like a Reaper on him or something. Alright, so next fight here. After they use Bubble, this is definitely your time to use EMP or Bomb or something. I would say maybe.
I was
Alright,
going
maybe
for
not.
Primal there for the environmentals.
No, I think Primal's a good call there. I would say after, like, for me personally, like, they use a bubble like that, and they, like, maybe, like, use speed,
Yeah.
like, it's a free bomb on their backline and whatnot, so. But I think the Primal plays too good, too. Like, I don't know why they just sit there for too long. Like, their team has a bad habit of just chilling too slow.
Yes.
Nope.
Such a nice hack.
Well, I really want to kind of see that. Why the fuck does he die?
That was such a shitty
Oh,
MP.
shit. What?
Oh.
Oh my god!
Wow. I was like, wow, the EMP'd. Wait, what did they EMP? Right. Well, that was a real
That's
fuck
so
up.
sad.
I can't even believe I didn't notice that.
Wow, that is interesting. Interesting bomb.
Hey, it
It's-
got
you
one
Look
got
at the
mech.
mech, I guess.
by accident, but hey, we're still
Yeah.
here.
I mean, I think saving bomb, you could maybe argue is a little bit better, just flying over. I
Yeah.
mean, it gets blown up. Yeah.
They just
Kidding
have so
me.
much mobility. It's really hard to get it.
Yeah.
Down.
That's so fucking funny that that happened.
This was
Yeah.
this was rough, and you'll see why.
All right. Let's see what they got here. Wait, this is definitely. Wait, you guys are doing the sim comp, but with Monkey Diva.
Yep.
While they're playing Ryan Zarya.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna go this comp, I feel like Ryan Zarya or like double. Like I would almost.
Yeah.
I wonder if the like Orisa Ryan wouldn't even. You could argue that could actually not that be too bad. Like I've seen teams do that before. You get the double shield, you go easy fire strike. They play a comp like that. Orisa Ryan, pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have 2 shields and you just frag. Yeah, I gotta focus that May down. Yeah, you guys gotta just. Yeah, you guys get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just have Ryan Zarya and a May. Like, not much to do about that.
I realized
No.
I made like a lot of mistakes there because like I have video footage of like our comms for this, and
Mhm.
during that fight our sim was calling to go Reinhardt, which wasn't the right call. It definitely should have been May, but no other call was being made. So, in hindsight, it would have been better to just play a 6. And also like we took the TP and I should have been DMing on the way down.
What's that? And a lot of damage on the way down? Oh, yeah, you guys.
Using Matrix on the way down.
Yeah, I think almost.
I mean, overall, like, it's just we should have played Ryan Zarya here. Like, that was the way.
Right. I think on this comp, but yeah. So see how much damage you guys eat. Yeah, definitely using some DM would help you a little bit, but I mean, they do have a lot of beams and stuff. Like, you can't
Right.
really DM that.
I saw
That's where
that,
I think.
I was like, ooh, let me out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could
no
almost argue,
thing.
actually, if you guys actually all focused on Reinhardt, like, there's a possibility he could have died there, because he would have been eating a lot of damage from because your guns, your shotguns, right? And they do a lot of damage.
The other
So
thing I
theoretically,
could've done
I would almost.
was, boop the main
Reaper guy.
Instant bubble.
That's
so
true,
that
too. You
our
could have done
Winston
that.
Wouldn't have been frozen there.
Yeah. That would have been pretty smart. Alright, you did kind of messed up his E a bit, though. But...
I
Yeah,
mean,
because you could have booped. You could have just shifted over, booped, and then just been
Right.
right behind him. Because, like, then if you get behind the Ryan, right? Like, look at your position.
Yeah.
Where the Ryan's taking a lot of damage, right? So he's stuck in that, like, between a rock and a hard place. He's gonna eat damage from somewhere. What is he gonna be, the Diva or the Beam? And the Beam's gonna get more damage. So, and then to carry a scenario like that, like, it's the same thing again. I think I've noticed a lot with you, Tate, is that like you just need to be more aware of your surroundings a little bit. Like you get kind of tunnel vision on certain targets, and you just kind of like just
True.
Okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Just look around a little bit more is all I really gotta say, and just take a little game. Like, oh hey, do I need to DM that? You know, like the times you probably could have saved somebody with DM. Just do that. You know, is this a good bomb time? Just right here, like you could have just fucked that Rhine up royally. So,
True.
yes, anyway, moving forward. So it looks like we're
Taking
gonna
dunk on hose.
Oh, also Tayden, me and Charlotte were watching the what was it? It was that Kings Row game, right? It was a Kings Row game, and you teabag the Tracer in the tunnels. Oh, I was saying that she's like, yeah, check out the 6 shot, and she like shows me the shift shot, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. And then I'm just like, I see Tayden, I'm like, wait, go back, look at Tayden. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's teabag. You see him just teabag
Yeah, she
the
left
Tracer.
me there. I thought she was gonna teabag too, and I was like, oh, whatever. Well, I'll finish the job, you know.
Wait, what? I didn't get to witness this great moment of history.
It's pretty good. All right, so let's see what happens here. So there's usually like 2 options when you go for like Zarya stuff. Is like build charge and then wait for bubbles and go in, or you go fucking beast mode and you just get your charge that way. Most times it's usually safer to just wait for the charge. Ooh, going white. I mean going coast. Ooh, I don't know
Yeah.
about this.
I'll
I
just be careful of the Lucio.
yeah, I don't know, but the thing is like all right. So let me just point out a couple flaws with this. Like, I'll tell you right now, no one goes coast for a reason, and you should never go coast for like. This just screams to me, and my brain just telling me why are they doing this? Like the Maywall just cuts you, the Lucio can just boop you anytime. Like that is territory. Like I know it sucks coming in this way, but this is really the ideal choice, unless you have like a pharmacy or something on the outside, or maybe you want your Doomfist to go on like by himself for the Sombra. I'm cool with that. Having literally the whole core of your team come out that way, negatory. What should be happening here in this fight is like even your Sombra's playing with you, which I think is kind of silly. Like your Sombra should be like behind them or like looking to like come behind them and like look for a hack, right? Like he needs to look for that spicy thing, mess people around, right? Because when you have attention, sometimes getting drawn, like let's say everybody's looking over here when a Sombra hack happens or they start to hear it, they're gonna like go this way. They might use a cooldown, wait for the cooldown, go and use your cooldowns. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. Alright, there's 1 down, there's 2 down. Yeah, such a small choke too. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was about as well as I thought it was going to.
Yeah, and now you have fed the Lucio. You've fed the beast.
So, where do we not go on this point? We don't go near coast with this point. Well, especially with this comp, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never do that.
Yeah, if we had a dive, then that would make more sense.
I guess, yeah, it would be alright. And
like
it's just like
we played
Diva.
a team that was like a Doom instead of May, and they had the Lucio, Moira, but we went coast and it went out pretty well. So I guess just against a May, it's not a good idea to be coast.
I mean, even if you should they had a Doom instead of a May?
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's still pretty bad though, in my opinion. Like good Doom players will really fuck your day up. I think the problem is really for the most part is like you guys are traveling as like a huge unit together.
Yeah.
And that's okay when you're like going main, but going coast can really fuck your day up. Especially, I mean, the main definitely doesn't help, but like those boops and stuff, you're at a really big disadvantage. Well, if you're fighting out here in the open in the main, what's the disadvantage? Really nothing. The only thing that's really the big disadvantage is like, making sure everybody goes in fights.
Right.
Like out here, you're at the disadvantage you're at the mercy of the fucking boop gods. And if you're not close enough to that edge, well, sayonara. Right. So always be careful. Anytime you go any sorts of coast, you always have to keep that in mind. Like as you get, better players and stuff, like that stuff gets you see that as an opportunity and they will eat it up.
Yeah.
Alright, so same thing again, you guys. Oh, okay, you guys are catching the mail. What the fuck is the main doing out here? Oh, I see, like, hey, Anna, you want that? Okay.
Are they gonna do it?
Oh, God, here we go, round 2 again. Oh, ooh.
Shit, right, here we go again.
Bubble it all, because, you used it. Probably should have walked around the corner there.
And trouble feeds. Trouble feed.
Probably
Pog.
gonna turn around and at least try to shoot the Zarya, but yeah, didn't have much there except for beat. Like, you guys almost lost that. If that Lucio would have popped out a little bit more and booped you, that would have been the end of that again. But I mean, like the same thing again. I mean, look at your Sombra's ult charges. This is embarrassing. Like, you guys can't play as a group like with this comp. Like, Sombra needs to do her own thing. Like, anytime you play with Sombra, I don't think her playing with usually the core of the player, like with your group, is ever really that good. Like, she literally has an invis and a TP to go anywhere she wants. Like, she has the utility to do that. She needs to do it. Like, she needs, like, Sombra needs to build that EMP and she needs to look for hacks on people.
Mm-hmm. He's building the AKM EMP.
Right now, indeed he is. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Now you guys are playing smart, you know? Big thing when you come in against Sombra, Sim is just making sure when you come in to like get those turrets. I would say it's more on like you to do it if you can, right. Tayton, because like Ryan, you can't reach that shit. I shouldn't be looking to fire strike one of them. If I can get one, like if it's like out there and like before we fight, that's cool. But if it's like right above the doors where they should, like they probably will be, then I would say, you know, try to do it because they're going to be a real nuisance. I would put actually. Also, too, I'd probably blame the Sombra a bit, too, because if the Sombra's behind them, it takes, like, a couple seconds to blow them down. Helps out, so.
Uh-huh.
Try to kind of save your poor Reinhardt. He's getting beamed down. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a yikes, but we pretty much figured out the problems there. Like, don't fight Coast.
Had trouble with Night Market. This is nice.
Yeah.
Night Market.
Let's see why now.
I don't think we've won on Night Market in like 2 months since we started. But
have we?
No.
Didn't we watch one last time? I feel like it was okay. I think, but I think it was like the same problem. I think I called out was like
lost. But
I think you guys your core is just too close together and just like pushing up. Especially like, it's fine with like the Ana, Lucio, Ryan, Zarya a bit, and like the Doom playing with you guys. But again, the Sombra just isn't part of the equation in coming to that. Because the guy, look at that, not an EMP for this fight. Usually, I would say most alts, you usually want to get like at least minimum 1, but like usually you want to get around 2 is like a good average for, you know, like any kind of map for, well, I guess like Koth and stuff like that. It'd be really good like on a first point. Like getting 2 alts is usually pretty good. So not getting that is unoptimal.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say, wait, what's that? Suboptimal. Yeah, my bad. Thank you, honey. So yeah, I'd say for that point, just try like what I said. Maybe have your Sombra go behind lines and stuff. If you guys go for that, like, you know, TP play again, maybe do with Ryan Zarya. If not, I think it's fine with Winston Zarya or Winston Diva. But I think just making sure focus and same thing again. Just like if you play Sombra, just look for hacks, stuff like that.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. God, this freaking kills me because I never know when the. Oh, okay, you guys go now. I never know.
Neither do we sometimes. So we had a little bit of information here. If you want to pause it, because we've
what was that?
Against we've had information about this team because we played them before. Last time when Clones was here, they went White Room with Sim and Junk and just obliterated us. So we called to go.
Yeah.
Did we watch that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you went for that weird
did.
charge, and yeah,
and it was very stupid. Oh, I'm glad you remember it.
Yeah, and I commented like if I see a what was it? If I see a comp like that, like I should like as soon as you hit this mini and you see that, you go,
Nope.
well, no, I'm gonna go up this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you try not to get stuffed. Is like you guys need to make it out to here and like out in the open, and especially with the Sombra again, like pretty much you're looking to like play out in the open a bit here.
So we
like you want
to go point there just because we knew that.
Yeah, this is good. All right, I like the Sombra play there to go up there. The enemy team should be kind of smart about it. That Lucio. All right, you still have Bubble here. Not much for energy, but you know, saving Bubble I think for this is not too bad. I think right there when you get that EMP or when you get that hack like that, you got to go in.
Right.
Because you need energy, and you guys have this is an advantage for you. Always, if you can too, make sure you're tracking kind of like their Zarya bubbles and stuff.
Yep.
Versus your Zarya bubbles, it's always good to know. Like they're down a Zarya bubble. Like friendly shield's 8 and your self bubble's 10 seconds. So like kind of keep track of that a little bit. Like, hey, they just use friendly shield. You know it's not going to be up for a little bit. Make a play.
Probably also just using the bubbles a bit faster.
What's that?
Using bubbles a little bit faster to get like better charge.
Yeah, I definitely a thing. Just on that aspect, just be careful. Like they could speed in on you if they have good charge. If they don't, then you're pretty okay. I think. Like building charge is always important in the beginning of this. Ryan's back. Nice. Oh, you guys are down a lot. Oh, big Sharder. Oh, that guy fucked up though by charging. I think just swinging there would have been the better play, but hey, I'm not here to roast him. I'm here to roast Red Clone.
True. He was our ringer anyways, because I was
Right.
using my grandma.
Aw. Red Grand.
Yes.
Alright. Anyway, I mean, funny enough, I think we talked about that too. Like, going for one of those pins is alright if they have like an ult or something and you can't do enough damage, but if you get like Nano Booster, just you should be able to swing. Big grab. Ooh, misplay with not use the bubble there. Like, you should know anytime Orion has Shadow, like, Ryan builds Shadow really fast, right? Very easy, especially in comps like this, Ryan Revine. Shadow's extremely fast to build. And especially if you grab like that, literally just walk in front of the Ryan, like, you should get a reflex good enough to be able to, as soon as you hear Shadow, you push bubble. It's way easier to do than blocking Shadow, just for the fact that bubble's instantaneous, and just, whatever. So if you just walk up there and do that, they're automatically they're dead. Because the Shadow misses and then your Ryan just swings. But you guys EMP, I think, yeah, you're getting Pete. Goodbye.
Bye, Cruel World.
So we were setting up for Nano Blossom here.
For what?
Nano Blossom.
Nano Blossom, alright.
And kind of goes a little awry.
So, in my opinion, I would be like, okay, let's go for Nano Blossom. Sombra, go behind them. Look for a hack on Lucio or Moira. I would probably be really good. Because they just use Shatter. They don't have Grav. What's going to happen? What?
Yeah, they're going to beat it.
Exactly.
And fun fact, we don't even get it off. So.
See how far your Sombra's playing?
Yeah.
Where was he before this? So it's like plays like this? Wait, he was right here. Wait, what the heck?
Yeah, he must have translocated out. Oh no, he just walked backwards.
I think on this term, I think backing up, giving them space a little bit, let your Sombra like play right here.
Yeah.
Like you gotta having these like little set plays are just like, dictating like, hey Sombra, go over there. We need to look for a hack on this when they come in. Because if they're not smart enough and the Lucio just like bebobs his way in, that's pretty simple too, right? Because if you look for the Nano Reaper, you go right in like that. There's a good chance like Lucio's got a beat in the air, right? So it's a good chance that he's easy to pick out for the Sombra to do that. So let's see what happens here. I'll slow it down a little bit, so. Alright. So Sombra's on the side here looking for a hack. Like, it's okay to like give up space and stuff, alright?
No, he's just playing too much with the team right now.
Your Ryan dies because they're just doing that. Your Reaper's in a weird spot, had the Wraith, he got bubbled. Good sleep, though. You still have a tire coming at you. You're dead. Your Lucio's dead. Seems like your plan has failed very hard.
Yeah, at that point where our Reaper Wraithed, I bubbled him because I thought he was going for the Blossom. But if I had saved it, I think we would have been in a better place.
Yeah. I mean, I think the bubble, obviously, I feel like I've noticed a lot too, like, you just gotta be faster about your plays. Your plays are really, like, slow and sluggish. Like, you just gotta, when you call it, like, this is what we need to do. Just get it done. I mean, you always have to be, some room for error and stuff like that, and, small things, but, like, just be assertive. Be like, okay, we need to back up, let them come in, Sombra look for the hack, we look for the Nano Blade. Bam. Simple as that. Straightforward.
Yeah, one of the things that I was critiqued on was, like, with my comms, I would comm, like, what ults they would have, and then I would go over our fight plan, and, like, our fight plan was limited to the words Nano Blossom, right? Like, it wasn't, like, Nano Blossom and choke, Nano Blossom, like, where, when this happens, like, what's the trigger for it? So,
it's just Nano
that's
Blossom.
something that I'm working on, and I think when that comes out, that'll help a lot more.
Yeah, when you're just calling for, like, Nano Blossom, junk tire here.
Right.
Like, there's really not much information. You're just saying it, which is, it's good to be like, hey, we should use these alts, but usually you want to go and then you want to add some flavor text to it. You want to get out what you want. Like if you just say let's EMP here, all right. What do we want to EMP? Do you want to EMP on point? Do we want to like back up, make them use like cooldowns and EMP? Do we want to EMP them at the choke? Like be aggressive, look for speed boost in. Like these. Remember, you have all these tools to use as a team, and your teammates need to like help each other out and make sure you use them. I'd say it's a little bit easier for tanks to do it sometimes, but also like supports can do it too when like shot calling, and that's the big thing. So you need to know. It's being like, this is what we want to do. This is what we need to do. Do this. I would say like, thinking about like when I get like good comp games and stuff, and when people are really talkative about what they want to do, like think about those comps. Like those are good comps,
Right.
even though I know it's ranked. But or like when I've done like tournaments and stuff like that, you've probably seen that, right? Like how I call plays, like how I'm like, hey, we should do this, or like teammates will pop in. Just think about that a little bit, and then I'll start applying it. That's why I've been like, hey, shot call this, right?
Right.
Let's see. Got some decent energy here. I like the summer was behind them, but I think he popped out just a little bit too early. Unless you're trying to build like a fast EMP or something. All right, looks like we're nanoing Reaper now. All right, Ryan, my med. Looking for the big slam. Ooh, could have bubbled the Ryan there, to be honest. I mean, Reaper's really holding on to ult there. Oh, he gets 2 though. He gets 3. Yeah, Lucy comes back with B. All right, he's gonna save it actually. All right, not too bad. Could have been a little quicker about saving the Ryan with your bubble there. Gotta pay attention to that cooldown. But than that, not too bad. A little weird play, I guess. Like you guys just went for the nano Ryan, just ran into him, which isn't bad. They beat it, Good save on the beat. Oh, big. Focus the Reaper. Yeah, nice. That's gonna be that, I guess. And now we move to
that
double
fight
sniper.
was a little weird because I called for a dry push there. I figured like we were gonna have
Dry push, you said.
Nano, EMP, Death Blossom for the fight. Like right here, I called we should dry push because I figured just next fight we wipe him with an EMP, Death Blossom, and Nano if we need it.
I don't know about that. I think dry fight there, it's not bad. I mean, you can definitely like just dry fight, get their ults out, and then just like
Right.
lose, and then you have like a bunch of ults. But also at the same time, I think just like going in with like Nano Ryan isn't that bad, just because it's just one ult and it forces them to use more. And like Nano's a pretty cheap ult in my opinion. Like it's one of those ones you build off. So I think going for the Nano, like okay, we're trying not to use too many ults unless like we get a pick or like they use stuff. Just look for the Nano Ryan and we just go in and try to get their beat off. And then like I think when in turn to this play too is like your Sombra again just looks for a hack or something beforehand because like he's just a little too far in right now. Like look at this, and then like you guys are kind of down a player right now. Like even actually for this play, does he come with you guys? Yeah, it's kind of a weird play because like he kind of like comes in solo. Your Reaper just randomly blasts that Junkrat, and they beat. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. I think it's definitely not bad, but I think just wasting the Nano and calling for that, I think would have been just a better play, just to make sure. Just because you're making the move. I mean, you're close to your beat. Like theoretically, you can win that. Like the only ult, if you're ult tracking properly, you really realize is that they have is like Blossom, maybe Grav, and they have beat still, and then they'll get a Coalescence, like maybe like mid fight, depending on the scenario. And you guys have quite a bit yourself. Because like you'll have beat if they theoretically grab a couple of you and like your Lucio saves amp for like heals or just passive, you should be fine. But anyway, we'll just move on to Junkertown. Yeah. 2 sniper. Oh my god.
Back to the good old days.
So what kind of comp we messing with here?
Probably just our Sig Hog.
Sig Hog again for double sniper. Okay.
We don't really know what else to do for a spam comp.
Okay. So pretty much already mind the hog clip thing. So what do you guys know about angles and stuff?
We're just like avoiding long sight lines, really. Like playing for corners and then
Mm-hmm.
like we had one VOD review. It wasn't of us. It was Seoul versus Shock, where
Mhm.
they were on Gibraltar, and it was for First Point Gibraltar, and it was about like the angles and the lanes and stuff like that. So that's really what I'm like kind of controlling going into this. And
Mm.
yeah, I'm playing super far back because my shield is on the Widow, as you can see
No,
like on
that's
that
fine.
side.
I think that's totally fine. It's definitely. I can't remember if that's technically a legal spot or not. I feel like have they been up there? I think it might be. I know there's a spot over like here or something. I think that. Actually, wait, no, it's not right there. I
It's
don't
up
know. There was a
there. It's
spot
up
somewhere,
there.
but
It was up
huh?
there. Yeah,
It
it's
was up
like
there. I
up
was just saying. I
in
think.
back to the right. Up.
Oh yeah,
Left.
that's the spot right there. Yeah. They're right there. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that
There's
spot's
that
always
one, and
dangerous.
then there's the one that's just like in the doorway, just above the gate.
Yeah,
It's like a stupid
Yeah.
one.
on like the chain thing.
Yeah, I think it's up a little bit more. Yeah, it's like up there somewhere. Where
Huh.
the widows
Okay.
can you just grapple up there, and it's just dumb.
Huh. Okay.
I've seen it
Interesting.
before. But anyways,
All right. But yeah, so a big thing with Junkertown was angles. Like lanes of control and stuff like that. Like like what's coming out mid, like flanking. Like flanking is like such a big thing there. Like you always want to be on the lookout for anybody going over this way, because if they get over here, like this can be really bad news. If like a widow gets this angle, like this is just free sidelines for them to shoot. And if they get like someone manage to like sneak their way past over here and get behind you, never good. So you always got to keep your eyes out for that. Same thing with over here, like a Hanzo coming up around there and he just pops a couple heads. Don't want that. So always, the big thing is for snipers, just always calling them out. Always have eyes on them, or just like, well, not maybe always have it, but always be calling them out.
Yeah.
You know how I do that sometimes in games. I'll be like, oh hey,
Yeah.
Widow's up there, Widow's there. It should always be done. Because if you don't, then people get pissy or mad. Like I remember Timo getting mad at me because I didn't call somebody or like I didn't get a location. And he was just like, but he kept getting destroyed, and I was like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm trying my best here. Maybe don't lose the duel, but hey.
back in the days of Slimu.
Yes.
Slimu.
Oh god. All right, so this is a little dangerous from you, Clone. Yeah. Well, I guess you traded, but the problem is
but they have a res.
they have a res, and you guys do too, but you guys push
We
back.
don't
I
have the
think,
space for it, and I don't have the shield.
yeah, I think you guys played a little too far up for too long. I don't think you should. I think,
Okay.
I don't know. I think
we
playing
could
up
have played
here.
further up.
Hmm.
I think we could have played it in the corner where I died.
Yeah, you can. The only problem that you have to be careful about is that you only have one shield, and if you're all traveling this way, they're gonna apply a lot of damage there, and there's a high chance that somebody can get hooked and just that's it. That's why I think a lot of teams usually don't try to play up here. You've noticed, like you can
Okay.
do it, but like some glaring problems, right? They can get up high ground pretty easily. They just come right up here, you're dead. You have a pretty long way to go until you get to safety here. From like you see how the range you need to go to from this door over to
Mhm.
here. It's a long while, and if they're sitting there shooting his shield all the time, and he has to like use a suck, and his shield's broken, and this is Ryan Sig, right? Like Sig Hog, he's gonna get probably hooked and then he's dead, and that's not good. So either you play close as a team and like you work with it, or just I think play around here. That's why usually a lot of teams just fall back to this and just control the angles. So trade Hoggy doggies, you dead zo. So one thing I don't like right here is your snipers.
Yeah.
Snipers should not be usually in general. They should not be playing with each other. Like snipers need to do their own thing. They need to be playing different angles. Like the Honda should be looking over here, or like the Widow's back there or here. Or I think the Widow should technically be like back here and kind of like watching these two angles. Or I think the best thing to do for snipers is just like if you want to talk to your snipers at all, is just like watch like Shock or like any of the other teams that play Junkertown with double sniper and literally just watch where their snipers are. Like that's pretty much where they should be.
Okay.
You should never have them like do it up together like that. Get the res off. Shit. I'd like to see you drop that shield like just like a second sooner. Maybe you get destroyed, but alright. It's gonna be a little dangerous when you go out this far. Because there's much cover. Gotta pull that shield back just a little bit faster. Alright, that's just dead.
And then Collins is just popping off.
Mm. Mm. Not bad, I guess. Not bad, I suppose. Yeah, just be careful when you go to point like that. Just because like if they focus you really hard and you're like right here and you have no shield, like you have like somewhat cart, and then maybe if you can get to the van or like something back here. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Sigma still gets his head
Yeah.
shot off right here. So
Yes, he does.
just be careful of those
Even when you're
sidelines.
crouching, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not
Don't
much.
ask me how I know.
Oh, I know.
And yoinked, missed.
Wait, where are you going?
The Widow was calling for a shield.
Oh. Oh. Again, a little aggressive. Gonna make sure when you die, you don't want to be dying in spots that the Mercy can't res. Is usually like a good rule of thumb. Like if you're dying like too far away, then it's like, well, we're down a player for a while. But if you die like if our sniper dies, then that's okay because the sniper can just get res.
So don't feed. Got it.
Pretty much it's same thing as before. Just watch your positioning a little bit with Roadhog. Like it's good to flank. I think what makes good Roadhog is like knowing when to do it. Because if you're just like up in like the front all the time, that's okay. But like if you have like let's say you have Tane right here just kind of doing his thing right here. Well, while he's doing that, you can take a little peek down over here, you know, just take a little stroll up here. You see anything you like, you can go for it. If not, just go back and help your team. Like small things that if you want, you can kind of hold this. I would say this area is better suited for Hanzo, just for the fact that he can wall climb and just kind of pop up here and then come with like a Mercy or something and just kind of go to town over this angle. But this is some thought, food for thought. To be honest, I think you're kind of using shield a little too much. I want to say just for like you're not really eating much damage. Like I'd say like just kind of like poke every once in a while, and if you like don't see the widow, or if the widow's like somewhere else, or somebody calls it, and like the Hanzo maybe somebody else, and you don't see a hog, you know, you can eat a couple shots. It's okay. Like coming around or coming into a fight with like a good health shield is really good and nice because it could save your life or your team. But if you're just letting it kind of like die and just sit there and like you're doing a little poke damage and like, and then you come into a fight and your shield's dead and you just get hooked, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, big O. I like the play to come up here. Kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Ooh. You got that weird like tunnel vision again, where you're just like focusing on the hog and you're like getting shot by this and that, and like maybe you can help kill somebody. Let's take a peek. Like what? Like you managed to survive a little longer than I thought you would.
I
think staying high ground.
Hanzo.
What's that?
I think I should have turned on the Hanzo who was main.
Yeah, you could have done that. I mean, also like look over there. Like if you just like look around a little bit more, like there's two people right over there with purple on them. Like you could have just plowed a couple shots into them, help like get them out. So let's see. She's sucking. Okay, so well, Clone's just kind of pushing from the Sigma there a little closer. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think just like if you stayed on the high ground and just kind of paid more attention, like you had that weird tunnel vision again that you just like you get so focused on something else that you kind of forget your surroundings and just like, oh, I need to go do this, and you fall down on the high ground.
I can't wait for this.
What? Dude, how's a Sigma not fucking dead, bro? What are you shooting into his shot for? Wait a minute.
Because I'm fucking stupid!
You got that established. Oh, nice hook. Wait, he's not dead! Wait, dude. Wow, you're getting, talk about the hog game, bro.
The hog game is trash. That's why I'm learning it.
True. Oh, shot into the Sig Suck again. Well, maybe get the other one off.
But I killed him. Pog.
Nice. Oh, good shot on that.
I ruined that because I contested for just long enough that my team could come back.
Yeah, that was interesting. All right, nice. Widow's carrying you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We recognize this. This is why we were very happy to pick him up.
Almost. Nice. Is it popping?
I use my hog ults a little bit too liberally.
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, Hog Ult's one of those ults that kind of builds pretty fast. You just need to be like a little careful with. I don't know about that shield. I think over that moment I'll just save it and just let it recharge a bit.
Okay.
Oh, the Hog's gonna look for vape there. I was a bit of misplay. Like, you should have known, like, that Roadhog's about to get Dragon, and immediately been like, drop a couple of shots into him as the Dragon hits him, and then as he goes for a vape, you just hit him with a rock, and he's dead.
Death. Death is whimsical.
Ouch.
Big
Feels
ouch.
bad, man. Alright, so you guys lost that.
Yeah.
Let's take a gander at what happened there in terms of how this fight got lost arena. Alright, try to go for the Sig there.
So we
Wait.
killed the Sig. I didn't feed.
True. I'd like to point out how blind everybody is. Same thing again. You gotta make sure when, like, people just need to pay attention. Well, I'm actually oh no, he does die. I was like, dude, there's yeah, you kind of pushed out there and just got
I
your
don't
shit
know
pushed
what
in.
hit me.
I think
I
you
was
just hit
at
a Han.
500.
Yeah, you ate a Widow headshot while discorded, and I'm pretty sure yeah, because you peeked around that corner, went for a hook, got a headshot. Yeah. Which lined up a shot for your Widowmaker, which was great, but
This makes more sense.
trade 600 health for a pick worth.
God. Yeah, I was just like, who hit me? And then I look at the Widowmaker, and she goes from 10% to 36. I'm like, oh. Oh, she hit me.
It's a real shame nobody else went to shoot the Sigma with you. Oh, no, okay. Okay, fine. Okay. I was gonna say, I was in for a little bit more there, but yeah, it's just like, same thing again, like your snipers are playing so close together, it's like, okay sometimes, but usually angles are just way better. If like, your Widow was over there, your Hanzo was over there, and like the Widow's like back this way a bit, or actually, maybe vice versa. The Widow and then the Hanzo, but this Roadhog just comes up there for free randomly, and then you obviously die. Like, I think at that point, I think you should realize, like, that comes just, like, looking around your surroundings and being like, oh, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I need to go back to my team. And then, same thing again, this is why people don't play up there as much, is like, look at the ground you have to cover. Look at the ground. And you have a Discord, they have a Discord, and, like, your vape can maybe get you about halfway or so before you just drop dead, so.
True.
That's why it's usually better to play around these areas and start playing towards cart. Man, your Widow is tunnel visioning hard here too. Seems to be tonight's recurring theme. That was a good sig up by them. Yeah, I think saving the shield there just for yourself is probably the better play.
Okay.
Yeah, you 100%. Yeah, you 100% could have killed that Roadhog there, I think. Yeah, and then everybody just kind of gets picked apart because you guys are just down. You don't have very much for ults. All you had was that one dragon.
And then Clones does not feed.
Good job.
He almost does.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hooking with no ammo. That's a technical foul. You know there's a Roadhog behind you still? Oh, God.
My hog aim is so bad.
What's that? And then just like same thing, like you're forgetting what's around you. Like that Roadhog is literally still there, and you have a mercy pocket. Just like reload, get your stuff ready, and just go blast him, dude. Like you probably could have killed him if you reloaded. Like, yeah, it's good to help your team, but like there's only a Widowmaker and a hog up there, and you get your mercy pocket. Like, fuck it, your mercy dies because of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Widow's just like randomly popping heads and like kind of carrying your team a bit. What the fuck is that flicky, dude? Yeah, your boy's cheating here. I'm kidding.
We wish. I would have loved
gotta be
for
careful with
somebody
sights
to
here.
say, hey, your Widow's kind of sus.
That'd be pretty funny. There's a Zen bottom there.
Oh yeah, this was, I did call. I said I'm gonna go get hooked in. Nano me when I get hooked.
Yeah, that's a perfect call. I like that. That's totally fine. Like you theoretically should not die, even if you get discorded. That's like 20% damage reduction you still have.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
I'd be careful with doing that because, yeah, low shield here. Yet again, Mr. Tayton. Be careful with that. How much you're shielding? Like, it's okay to like shield for your teammates for a second or two, but like when a fight starts breaking out, you really gotta make sure you have some. Mr. Clone dies again. You got ult here.
The
Use
feeder.
It's okay. To be honest, if you hadn't died there, I would have maybe gone for a play of just like looking to sig ult in that corner there, because like they have nothing to stop it. As the only thing they have is like maybe CCs to hit them.
See, the thing that's weird for me
Sig ult, the spray. Not bad. I'd be making sure you watch for res. Yep. Oh, good hit. Oh, can you get him? Nice.
His shield management gets better as he plays. He's evolving.
Evolving.
Or learning, one of the two.
Would you say that's true, Tayton?
Yeah, oh for sure.
Alright.
I mean, he has to learn Sigma. I have to learn Hog.
I'm not learning
And
Sigma,
Ball.
I'm relearning Sigma.
Relearning.
Well, I have to learn Hog, and I have to learn Ball, and I'm not happy about either of those things.
Yeah, I think Sigma ult there when they were all high ground, like it could have worked if we had Dragon, but like the time frame of me seeing an opportunity to ult was like so short that I couldn't check if we had Dragon that I just was like, it's probably better to save it.
That's why you gotta make sure you're always kind of like constantly kind of pushing tab a bit, just to check for ults and stuff. Like I think it could have definitely been maybe like you could have made the play there. Like that's definitely like one of those like do I go for the play moment kind of thing.
Right.
If you definitely have more shield, I think would have been fine. So like right there,
thing that's
letting
weird
shield
is
sit a
that
little.
I just have a hard time following up on Sigma's ult because like my aim with projectiles is not that great.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to. Well, you have to think too. Like you're almost guaranteed when people land to have like to shoot people because like
Right. When they're all, like,
that's like almost a guaranteed shot. The picking up part is a little difficult. Like even I miss some shots. Like as long as if you can aim it or do it right, that you're like enough distance to like at least hit them with the explosive damage. That's good enough in my opinion.
Yeah. I think like one of the mistakes I make, and you can see it on like that window or the roof slide ult that I did on first point, is that like I go for plays that like I see streamers do because they have aim that can support those plays, right? But I don't have that kind of aim, you know what I mean? So it's like
Right.
that was one of those situations where it's like I could ult there, but if I don't get kills, then it's really, really bad.
I mean, to be honest, too, I think ulting there is totally not fine right here. But I was just curious of what it was like. Getting hog, you got kind of hog ulted. You could maybe, but
yeah.
All right. But anyway, you guys win that.
Then we go into the attack.
Oh shoot, a little too far. It's hard to tell. Let's see what happens here. Sonic arrow at your door. Shield out. Correct. Make sure nobody gets blasted.
Oh. I do stupid things here.
See how the wait? Was there a Hanzo in? Oh no, there was a where? What a mercy. What it was Dunzo. What happens over here? Good rule. What? You just walk up and kill that dude?
Yes. I was so happy with that. I was like, I'm gonna go kill the widow, and I did it.
Ooh, interesting. Good rule of thumb too, I would say, is usually just like shoot before you hook. Like just like a flat like left click or right click before you hit somebody will make the world of difference just to make sure you get a kill. It's like just a good little habit to build. Like if you were just to make sure you follow up on it, like shoot, hook, shoot, boom, that person should be dead. Like any 200 else person should be dead. There are some obviously like you can just hook somebody and you can just one shot them. Definitely one shot like combo punch. But this the added little bit of damage can sometimes like make or break it just in case you miss some pellets.
Yeah. And I know that I need to work on my hook accuracy too.
Yeah. So maybe just like doing the bots, dude, just get it and kind of ingrained in your brain, like shoot, pull, you know.
Or shoot.
Yeah, shoot, pull, shoot, you know, hit him with a melee. Unless it's like a tank, then I'd probably say don't melee and then just blast him. You're playing in a. This is a really dangerous spot for you, I would say. Like, I think, we were talking about going for those
Yeah, I
flanks,
get
which is not
antied.
bad, but I think you're going a little too hard for the flank there, because, as you can see here, he's really giving you the business, and it is buying your team a lot of space, though, which is good. I like the
It
little
was a
Zen flank.
tactical feed,
Yeah.
but
So
now
I'd be
there's a hog
careful.
on the flank.
Yeah, now nobody's there to talk about where's their Roadhog. I mean, you could say Tayton or somebody could call it like, I don't see
Yeah.
Hog's missing,
It was
you know,
Felon.
so yeah, it was.
Yeah, our Zen was.
And your Zen's a feeder.
And our Widow is just doing Widow things again.
Oh, and you got wreck rolled. Little
As you-
up there.
Yeah, I should have.
Oh,
When I
if you woulda, technically your hitbox is a little bit, if you right, hold on, we'll show you. If you aim to the right more, you could have eaten both things and probably lived, if I'm not mistaken. So instead of aiming right, because you looked at him and then you pretty much just opened yourself up because you could have looked over a little bit more over this way and you should have been fine, but then you dead.
Or Mercy could have been healing you the whole time, but don't worry.
That's true too. I'm pretty sure he could have. Wait, could he? Has the Mercy been healing you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just sitting there like there's pocketing people. That's totally fine, but like he's just damage boosting the Hanzo the whole
I
time.
mean, I went low really quick.
What is he doing, dude?
Yeah.
All right, your Mercy is yeah.
Like we said, situational awareness. This was also like 2 weeks ago too. So
This was
Okay.
This week.
Yeah.
This was
Make sure people have their
Yeah.
cup of coffee and wake up a little bit. Because if that Mercy could have pocketed you, you could have probably been out. You can probably say like, "Hey, you gotta be careful of that." Oh, another thing I want to talk about is very important. Sonic arrows. Having like set locations for your Hanzo to like locate stuff
Sonic? Yeah.
with Sonic is very important. I would say like it's a key cooldown, just making sure you know when to peek and whatnot. Because if like you're just kind of like shooting it willy nilly, it's not gonna get you much value. Like if he like comes up here and like shoots a Sonic like over there, or like close around where you think snipers could be, that can be really helpful for you guys if you guys can't see it. Like, or like angles he's not going to take. So if he's coming this way with you guys, like putting a Sonic arrow like right at this corner would be really good to make sure you can watch for anybody coming up through that flank.
Mhm.
Or like he drops it, better yet, like one like right in here, or like actually right here is a good spot just to watch the flank because it pretty much covers, I would say, like around this area, so you can constantly see like who's coming up these stairs and who's coming up these stairs would be a good one. Checking the flank over here, if you need to, like sonicking arrows around in the house, like just small things like that can really help out the whole team or help the team as a whole.
Did a Mercy die there? No.
So let's see. You are all right. So you guys have a little bit of a bad habit here. Kind of, you're not fully regrouped yet because Tayton isn't there with you, and you'll just kind of up over there. Rule of thumb: try to make sure you save rock for his E because he's going to E that back up. So if you just shoot him instead of just rocking him, then you do the damage. Then he goes to E. Then you just stun him, and then he's got no damage reduction. You just kill him.
Mm.
Usually, I would say most times you want to save rock for a cooldown because rock is a pretty long cooldown in its own. I think it's like a 10-second cooldown or so. So if you use it for one of their cooldowns, very very effective use of a cooldown. It's like when I talk about it on stream about like when people like jump too much. It's like you gotta be effective with your cooldowns. If you're just like randomly throwing rocks all the time, I mean it's okay. You're gonna get some all charge maybe, but like if you save it for a key time when like they go to use Hoggy when he uses a suck, just small things like that will be really big.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, see, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good thing that our Widow just does Widow things.
Big ult. Should probably focus the Sigma just because you want to make sure he gets under the half. Oh, nice.
The 3-point.
So should we try to grab a high ground, which you guys are which you're doing, which is good.
I think
Very
as
good.
a team we didn't really commit to the high ground though. Like
Oh,
us three won high ground, but I think we should have kept Mercy on point and then had Zen take high ground because Mercy can just fly to us.
Actually, keep Zen on payload and then have Mercy going around because Mercy has.
Zen should be payload. Mercy can looks to pocket and whatnot, and like Zen can just put orb on people, and that's what he just needs to do. You're not looking really for Discord. You're just looking to hold space, is what you're doing.
Well,
Like
Mercy
holding up
can
here isn't
also
too
res
bad.
if somebody
Yeah,
gets
that's true too.
picked. Zen doesn't have that utility, even though the Discord is really helpful for focusing down targets. He should probably just be stuck on cart bitch.
Yes, and he can do damage from afar, while Mercy just kind of pockets. So, and I would say I would like to see you kind of like hold maybe just a little bit closer right about here. And
Oh, you're
that's
gonna see
actually
it.
fine too. All right, well, nope. You could focus. Gross. That guy. Like, you guys probably could have maybe caught him out like a second sooner, but. Uh-oh. Oh.
Tane with the big block.
Yes. Very good. I thought you could have maybe eaten that. Oh, your Mercy died with Valk. Oh, man. I'm too good there.
And now I'm just. Sedge.
Same thing again, like, shoot before you do it, but, like, you should know he has shield, right? So just kind of save the hook. So, like, proper use of cooldown usage. Oh, there you go. Some pretty good aim there. Blast the Mercy in the face. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the one that continues on. All right, nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys did a pretty decent job holding up there, I'd say. I mean, you could have, if you guys actually would have held that corner, like, they weren't, like, the Warlord came around that corner, you guys could have picked him really easily off, too. But you guys got the Sig, so it's too bad.
At the start of that fight, our Hanzo was in a weird place, but at the end of that fight, I think he was in a really good spot. If he had started there, I think it would have been like a lot more cleaner.
What, like, was that like closer to the top left?
Behind us on that like bridge, but if he had gone through the room.
Also, hold on. Oh, all right. Oh, watch this. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, so that's not bad usage of Sonic, I would say. Oh shit! I thought he was gonna fuck up.
So, like, he started here. I think if he went to the left, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, through that room.
That's not that bad of a Sonic, I would say. Watches for the Sigma, and that gives you the free hook there, right? Because he's looking at him, which is fine. I think this spot for Hanzo isn't too bad. Because you kind of have, see how they have the double, you have this double angle kind of stuff going on? That's really good.
Widow was still back, like,
I did too. But he rotated a lot faster than I thought he was.
This is good right here. So he puts the Sonic over there. I would have liked to have seen it maybe like right inside of there just a little bit more, just to give it a leg. But he probably helps the Widow if he's looking properly. You might have noticed it. But this gives up. This is good angles, right? Because the Widow has the angles over here, so they're gonna get shots fired from this way. You have the Hanzo with you guys kind of watching over this way. Mm-hmm. So overall, not too bad. That's really good. Those are pretty much like the angles you're kind of looking for when you're coming into this double sniper stuff. Oh shit! Let me go back there. Just really unfortunate. Your Mercy got antied and died. Actually, hold on. Let's see that again. Just randomly antied, or oh yeah, I just antied him right into that.
That's so unlucky.
If he would have flown over to the Hanzo, it would have been fine. But
I think if he even just hung out in the room, like on the doorway a
little. Yeah, that would have been fine too.
Sorry.
I wanted that Hanzo so bad.
The wagon. Hanzo's low. Man, your Widow's just doing Widow things. See, the good angles there. Like, they're focused on the Widow, right? You're like, remember what I talked about? I think last time we talked about was like LOS and stuff, like your perspective on things. There's only so much you can see on your screen at a time, right? It's only a screen. Sure, you have, your headphones and stuff, and that you have sound, but like Overwatch sound is pretty wish-washy some days, in my opinion. And there's only so much you can see and do. That's why I'm constantly telling you guys, like, you guys need to pay attention a bit more, because if you don't notice that stuff, it can really hurt you. But that's why we have those angles, right? Like, having those angles where people have to look either one way or the other, and like, oh no, over here, oh no, over there. That's why I was kind of harping on your Sombra for just playing with you guys. Like, you shouldn't really. You should be doing something else. Hold on.
Summer should be taking some sort of off angle.
Yeah. Oh shit! No way. Oh fuck. Oh man. Oh fuck. That's nice.
I see leaks.
Hmm. Oh, you didn't see anything.
There's a folder called leaks. Is that what you said?
Yes, there's leaks.
Oh, there's leaks.
Leaks
I don't
cat.
see any leaks. Is leaks here?
Top right.
Okay, Tom Brian. Wait.
No,
Huh?
no, no. It's like
Right
on
over
the
here?
left side.
Dude, he's fucking with you.
I
Wait,
don't know,
no.
it's
Where
this
is
way.
it?
It's next to OBS. Streamlabs OBS. You can do it. Yeah. Up.
Why am I a brain farting so hard right now?
Go up 4.
Yeah.
There it is. No. I hate this.
Alright.
Situational awareness clone.
Fucking
Yeah, oh
troll.
my. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Alright. Well, time to call it in. Alright, you got me there.
You shouldn't have shit talked him.
Alright. Anyway. Thank you for that. In terms of this, I would say grabbing
Another good
high
double shield.
ground would be pretty good.
Yes.
I think Tayton coming up here would be really good for you, and then like your Hanzo kind of grabbing high ground is automatically going to do it. And then you just kind of play, I would say as Roadhog, you kind of just play down in this low ground. You can maybe go high ground if you want. I think that's not too bad either as a Roadhog. But they're switching comp, it seems like. They want to kind of go in. Nope. A little bit of a brain fart there. Like, wait, hold on. Let's watch that again. Yeah, like he hooks him, and then you just... Okay. I mean, you can't really shoot into it, so that's fine, I guess, but... Oh, that's a big ult there. Oh, my. That's a big slam. I would like to see you been maybe just a tiddlywink aggressive with it to get a couple shots off,
Yeah.
is what I could argue there.
That'd have been so
Shit.
nice.
Because, like, there's not much to stop you other than, like, dying or a Sig Rocket and a sleep.
Yeah, I thought that
And there's
was
enough
cool
stuff for you
from-
to, like, kind of LOS of, like, certain shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you would have just flown up, like, this way, there's a good chance maybe you just, like, not get hit by anything. And, like, that would have been pretty good. Actually, I would have blocked maybe somebody. But, hey, it works out in the end.
That's
Grabbing the high ground. Kind of brain farting about the Mercy there. You have no shield. Oh, no, you do have some shield. Holding the high ground's not too bad. Do need help your poor hog, though. Because let's see what happened to poor Mr. Clones here.
Well, you see, I hooked with no
Is
ammo.
that hooked with no ammo yet again, Mr. Red
Yes.
Clones?
Yes.
I'm going to need your eyes to go down to your ammo capacity once in a while. to make sure you have some ammunition. Also, grabbing a Reaper usually is the best idea unless you have a friend. Alright, well. Yeah.
My sad little fat ass.
Yeah.
Just on the ground.
Oh my god, Yuuzhan just got fucking plowed into. Ooh, almost got him. That's close, but I
think
take you guys are
try
gonna
hog.
switch.
No, we don't.
we do
this
in
is-
overtime if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, no, you guys have 3 minutes. Like the same thing happened to us today with like Widowmaker on third point. Widowmaker on third point, if you guys like have space and stuff is okay, but when they're holding that far, if they're holding that close, you guys need to like switch. Like I mean, like Widow sites, like it's just so hard for Widow to get in and do stuff because like what's the avenue she has? She has down over here, back over here, and then like over this area. And if they're all holding pretty close and like just kind of blocking from you guys from getting in, like Widow does nothing there.
Yeah.
So
Take the
switching, I
skill
think,
angles.
would be the big brain play. I think keeping the Hanzo's okay. Hanzo's not too bad here. You can get on the high ground. Once you get him out, it's not too bad. You have the sniper damage, but I would definitely say swap the Widow there. Even if you have sights is pretty.
I also wanted to swap off the hog because I was just getting fucked.
Nice.
As you destroy that guy.
Oh yeah, that's only because I hooked shot.
Exactly. Oh,
It would have hit.
I came back as monkey
in a
now.
corner.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die to that.
I'm very.
You guys are really spread out. Holy cow! Interesting fight. I have no idea how you guys are like winning and then you're losing.
Yes.
I let my mercy die because I missed my shield.
All right, nice. You hooked him. You got him dead zone. Nice.
Yeah, I
Reset
killed
a
him
little bit.
twice. Then I felt really good. I didn't feel like as much of a hog feeder.
All right, so right here. Oh gosh, you're gonna get slept. So be a little careful pushing up that far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, once you get your snipers in position, it's not too bad. It's just sometimes getting into that position can be very hard. Yeah, and your Huns are kind of
That was just
over
a
pushed
feed.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how much high ground they have? How much high ground control they have right now? Like you guys have like nobody up there at the moment. And I think when that fight was transitioning, you guys like had come back. Did you go high ground at all, Clone? I think you did.
No.
No, I think somebody needed to go high ground here. Like Tayden, you can easily the little spot right here. You jump up here. You kind of walk up, come up this way, jump up, and then you could just boop come all the way up here. And then obviously in the into that fight, you could have just walked up here, clones, or you could have taken the long way around and the stairs, and then the other way is a bit faster. It doesn't get you in enemy territory too much. But yeah, I think giving up the high ground is really bad because like your snipers don't really have any area to do anything. Like your Widow can maybe like play back here, and your Hondo can maybe be up here, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And your Hondo like push
that
like
makes more
super
sense.
dumb aggressive up there, and he gets booped and rickaronied. Because now they just have a lot of territory. It's kind of weird fighting into this. Like I would feel really uncomfortable fighting in this.
Yeah. We were just calling reset here.
I mean, you have all here.
And now I'm just feeding.
Yeah. Kill the Hanzo.
Pog. The only target that mattered.
True.
Only one I could get.
You guys are still on the Widow Hanzo. Mercy. Send.
I think I use whole hog and then I swap.
Yeah.
The monkey. I think I swapped the monkey.
Yeah, long story short, you need to swap sooner.
Yes. Yeah, because we just couldn't contest the high ground, and it was just such a pain.
Yep. And like, somebody needs to at least go up there. Like, you could have gone up there, Clone. Tayden, you probably could. I mean, you have also. I mean, you're kind of like you can just fly up there if you want. Your poor Zen's just gonna get roasted here. So it's really not good when you're like sitting there holding on to ults for a long time, because like you need to do something with it. It's one of those weird scenarios like you want to do stuff, but like people are dying and stuff. So like if you just like that fight kind of started okay with you guys, like, you guys just come up here. There's nothing wrong with it. Like come up here. Like the whole team could come up here theoretically, and just walk up and take space, or at least like somebody, and like you have like the Sigma come down, and then like the rest of the core kind of go that way, and then Lonely Clone, you just Lonely Clone, Red Clone, you come up to the high ground there and just make space. All right, so we swap the Winston out.
Yes, we have the Winston Sigma.
Not the worst thing. I think staying for Sigma ult's not too bad. You gotta definitely be careful with the Sombra though. Is gonna be your big
Don't worry, she'll be too focused on me.
Alright, so touch a car here is okay. I wouldn't mind you grabbing high ground. Okay, good. Would like to see that a little bit sooner, just so you have jump cooldown a little sooner. Alright, that guy's gonna pop ult. You should probably GTFO because there's a Reaper really close. I'd like to see you jump out just a little bit sooner again. Oh, that's a monkey getting ulted. Nice.
Goodbye, monkey.
Little awkward jump. Please heal Winston. That was a really weird dragon.
Please heal Winston Overwatch.
I don't get it.
Ooh, wow. Alright. I think in that case, you got a little. You could have maybe popped a shot before blocking the bomb there. Same thing, you just get a little too focused on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much third point. A lot of things I've like when I've played on Junkertown and stuff like that, swapping is usually the key.
All right.
You can get it done if you have ults, but just swapping there, like, and just getting high ground. You guys needed to get more high ground. You guys just let them get it for free, especially with like when they had that comp with like Ryan Sig on the ground. that's okay. Your snipers aren't going to get contested too much. But when you have none, it's bad.
Right.
Especially when they swap over to heroes that are going to do it. Like, you got to make a swap at that case. So that comes back around to what I was talking about earlier, is like, being adaptive and staying on your feet about when they switch to something, you should probably swap to something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But not always, take things into consideration. So
Right.
yes. Any parting thoughts, questions?
I'm currently practicing Roadhog.
All right, that's good.
So that I'm not as big of a feeder.